We can make moves if you just trust, and talk about it if you feeling it. Plus, she from the hood and she rolling the clutch. She do it good, ain't no way I could rush her. Talk about it.
Talk about it with Gatica. We are here live and direct. Look who I got.
What's up? It's Zay, you feel me?
Ah.
Nas EBK manager.
We got management in the building. You hear? You heard? Management in the building. Not only do I interview fire artists, but I'm bringing the management team as well, because you know what I'm saying? We gotta lead up. We gotta give you something. We gotta lead you up to the artistry. We gotta tell you a story.
Like taste.
And today we're gonna talk about it. We got a lot of things to discuss. But, you know what I'm saying? Had to bring him by. Thank you for coming to Studio Square Recordings.
No, I appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So, all right, we're here. Get comfortable. We got Bronx in the building.
You know that.
We're in Queens, but you know what I'm saying? We got Bronx natives.
Yeah.
We got the Bronx natives.
Or, nah, I mean, I'm from Soundview, but...
Okay.
Before you shout out Soundview, you know that view side. Yeah, a lot going on right now in the Bronx. You know, before we get into anything, you know, I want to shout out, you know, all the families that, you know, were affected by the recent burning, you know, 180th. We want to definitely do something, you know, for them moving forward. Like, that's a tragedy. I encourage everybody to, like, you know, donate to that. But, you know, that was crazy. Like, just...
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, definitely my heart goes out to the families. And, you know, hopefully this brings awareness to violations. Like, how many violations did that building have? I think I read in the paper it was like 174.
Yeah, like that, and there's a good segue into, like, you know, one of the main things about the culture. Like, a lot of people think that, you know, the Bronx is like, the Bronx has a lot of stereotypes in general. Like, whenever you hear about the Bronx, you hear people say this, you hear people say that. But, you know, one thing that I'll always stand by when it comes to the Bronx, growing up there, that is real. Like, from the struggles to what molds people culturally, like, you know, having, you know, a hazard cause a disaster, like in an actual building, like that really happens. You know, like that's really what poverty looks like. Mm-hmm. Like in general, like, you know, it's not a game. And that type of situation is one of the many factors that just, like, you know, mold the youth. Like, that's the world that they live in now. You know what I'm saying? Especially with media being able to highlight that, you know, show everybody, like, you know, because, for example, I'm pretty sure that there was people who, they may not have been totally aware of the situation until it hit social media, you know? And a picture of this, like, you peep in social media and you're like, oh no, we know this person. And it's like, that it's a different type of pain, but, you know, we go through that every day in the current climate. So it's like, you know, that's that when it comes to...
Yeah, I was doing some research and the digging, and like there's like layers to it, right? And it's like 174 violations. Who owns that building? Oh, he owns multiple buildings. Oh, okay, who's he in cahoots with? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't like to speak too much politics, but it just, you know, knowledge is power, and it's public knowledge. You could research these things, and it's something that, you know, you see what's going on. And like you said, it's the youth. Like, these are things that people are living day in and day out. So, you know, it's hard to swallow, you know, that's really the reality. But that's where you said you're out of the Bronx, right?
Nah, I'm still in the Bronx.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you grew up in the Bronx.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I grew up in the Bronx. You know, Soundview, 172nd to be specific. Growing up in the Bronx, like, slumlords and stuff, that's a real thing. Like, people, like, you know, get it twisted. You know, some people, their living conditions may not be their fault, like, but they just have to deal with it. Like, they don't have money to fix broken staircase, or, you know, poor electrical wiring, or, you know, lack of water, lack of certain amenities that, you know, people should have in general, you know, regardless of where you live in or staying. Just a basic standard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's like, and then you don't know the next person's situation whenever you enter, you know, a business relationship with them. Like, you never know where somebody's coming from domestically and how that may affect them, you know, in any type of situation you get into with them. You know, it's like having a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe your bad day is you going home and there's a rat infestation or something like that. You know, because that's real too.
It is real, and I think that those things, going through those things, a lot of artists are able to, like, stop, and even though that might be the situation they're in, that actually fuels their creativity and, you know, gets them going, and, like, you can actually, you know, projects come out, and it's like, those things are what fueled, like, okay, this is my living condition, what can I do, you know, maybe that's what they rap about, or just what's in their content, but it just unfortunately is the reality of things. But we're gonna hope for the best and see what's coming out of it. Like, I know you're in management with this fire artist.
Yeah, Nas EBK.
How did that all situate?
So it happened organically. Like, you know, Nas was friends with my cousin growing up, and I would always be around them, you know what I mean, like from time to time, because either Dykeman basketball or like seeing them on the block and this, that, and the third, you know. So then one day I booked studio time because I'm like, yo, how about we, you know, start focusing on music. I invite my cousin and a couple of his friends or whatever, and then Nas comes up and they all hop on the song together. And it's crazy because, you know, this was before a whole lot of like politics and like, you know, this and the third, but it was like natural. So, you know, Nas is the last person on the song, and his energy, aggression, just how real he was and raw off rip, I was like, nah, what you doing with music? You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me that was his first song. Like, he ain't never rapped before, he ain't never do nothing like that, and he ain't even write it. Like, he just went in and just did his thing. Like, I've literally seen Nas go in the booth, do an entire track, just one boom, 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 boom. Like, yo, he had a bad day, yo, say, let's go book some studio time. Like, nah, I need to, you feel me? And then that's just how he'll work. And he'll do it again and again and again. There's mad songs in different flows. A lot of people don't know, like, the extent of Nas's, you know, versatility. Like, Nas could really sing, go into other genres, speak Spanish. Like, we're not even gonna get into that yet, but I'm trying to tell you, like, like, Nas is really different. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, you know, yeah, especially like in the beginning, you know, Bunny in the Box did numbers. We didn't think it was gonna do numbers like that. All organic, just, you know, K obviously, like, you know, was huge helping that, you feel me? Like, our relationship when it came to, you know, helping Nas do what he had to do, you know, just, I feel like propelled, you know, Nas's career, like his fan base and everything. It was so relatable for people in his age group, you know, seeing that, because Nas was popular before music. Like, a lot of people knew him, like, you know, Dumb Tool, you know, he was a basketball player, like, nice, but no. Everyone be saying that they basketball players, I'll tell you my son was nice. Like, my son was nice. Like, he still got it. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, like, no rap. All right, this is one thing I will say for the vlogs. No rapper could beat my son Nas and Bull. Like, no, like, not even on some, you feel me? Like, that's just, like, facts. Like, not even on no funny shit. Like, gangster, like, Nas will hand me on niggas. Like, I seen it. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm not allowed to say that. Like,
we can, yes.
Nah, yeah, but he'll definitely, like, yeah, when it comes to basketball, like.
And what's it been like, as a, like, part of management and the rollout of everything?
I mean, when it comes to management, people have to understand, like, this isn't something that just anybody could just pick up and do. Like, a lot of people, you know, shout out Stacks, by the way, but a lot of people, like, think that they could be a manager without doing, you know, their due diligence. Like, if you don't have money to invest and really, like, support someone who's, like, usually younger than you, doesn't know whatever, like, then you shouldn't be doing management. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to really be empathetic to the situation, understand like, yo, this is, you know, their vision and their creative drive and where they want to go with a situation, and be that person to see it through. You know, not everybody could facilitate motion, and especially motion like this when it comes to, you know, artists getting 1 million views, you feel me, hasn't even been rapping for a year, like, it's a lot fast. And if you don't have, you know, the ambition to not only take their dream to where it needs to be, but help foster, you know, some form of like confidence that, yo, you could just do whatever you want and go the length. Because growing up where we from, people don't tell you, yo, you could be whatever you want to be. People don't tell you, yo, you could be a basketball player, yo, you could be a rapper, yo, you could be whatever. Like, nah, nobody tells you that. Like, we have to be, the older generation has to be that for the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? I'm 25. So I know I have to be that for Nas. I know I have to be that for everybody in his age group and stuff, like, because I ain't have that growing up. You know what I mean? Like,
is he the first artist that you've managed?
Yeah. Me and I, we both, you know, I used to be part of a creative agency, you know, called Analog, and you know, that's when I first dibbled and dabbled with music, like, you know, had a video distribution deal, and, you know, was part of Timbaland's Beat Club, like, all that. Actually, like I was behind the scenes for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, one day I was just like, yo, I could really just get into this music management stuff and, like, just pop an artist myself. Like, I realized I could really just pop an artist myself. And then, you know, like I said, like, you know, everything's God's will. Like, when we was in the studio for the first time, Nas, whatever, he did his thing, and we just kept it going. Like,
what was the moment where you were like, that's, like, this, I found the one that I want, my first, you know what I'm saying? No weird stuff. Because I know I'm not trying to demasculate you, whatever that word is. I don't know if I said that right, but you know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is? A lot of artists have to be manageable. You know what I'm saying? Because there's an artist that is like, nah, I just want to be an artist. I just want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I pay you. You know, like, you work for me. So, like you have to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there has to definitely be a chemistry between a team that, like I said, like, artists need. Sometimes, like you said, he's young. Yeah. You know, things happen.
Nah, but he's young, but he's smart though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he not.
I was watching some previous interviews of his, and he had mentioned, like, he kept using the word longevity, and I think a lot of kids his age don't even know what that means. So the fact that he's speaking on it, for me, already sets a standard where it's like, all right, yeah, he's doing drill, maybe something that someone on the outside might look at like, oh, he's just another young kid out here, you know, getting crazy or whatever, but it's smart what he's doing. He's making a buzz. He knows that drill is popular right now, but I've heard him say, like, yeah, I'm doing drill right now, but, you know, I want to evolve into something else as well and know that this isn't where it ends.
No, definitely. This is like, and that's the thing about Nas, like, he'll have a plan, like, where he sees himself 5, 6, 7 years from now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, he sees where people have went wrong. He sees how people, you know, he's compared himself to certain people and have seen, like, where they ended up and, like, what he wants, you know, to follow, what he doesn't want to follow. And he's definitely smart. Like, when it comes to an artist's career in the beginning, usually they'll ride a wave, but then they'll die with the wave. You know what I mean? Like, they'll just, like, oh, they got a quick little buzz, whoop-de-whoop, and then it's over. But nah, like, he's definitely doing his due diligence when it comes to, you know, making sure that his career has, like he said, longevity. Like, I'm not even gonna play when it comes to that. Like, he definitely, you know.
Some fun facts. He just won the most disrespectful. What is it?
Yeah, most disrespectful.
Which I'm not sure what that exactly means. But, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Talk of the Town show. They gave him the award of most disrespectful. I'm going to take it that's an actual great award. Because it's like, yo, you so disrespectful. Like, like,
it's drill.
Out here.
It's drill. You feel me? That's what drill is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a competition. Like, even though everybody, you know, like, he fucks with who he fucks with, and then everybody, like, cool, like, who he cool with, whatever. But, like, it's a competition. Like, I bet what you gonna say on the track? Because then I'm gonna say this. Or like, yo, you wanna start beefing with somebody, I just know that he gonna hit you with that. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day. When you ask me, yo, when did I know that Nas was like one of them when it came to rapping? Yo, his first bar was like, suck my dick is EBK. Like, I'm talking about, like, that was the first thing he said on a booth. Everybody was like, yo, he is bugging. Like, you feel me? Like, that's why I'm telling you, like, he'll bug out, like, on a track. Like, he'll say something, like, even the like what, like how, now everybody's saying like what, like how. Like, I'm telling you, like, Nas was the first person to go there when it came to, like, that disrespect. Like, he was the first person to, like, take it where you don't want to take it. Like, you feel me? On the track, like, really talk his shit. You feel me? So
he really talks about it.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he really talk. Like, yo, I'm telling you, like, he'll really. I'm telling you, like.
Can I ask a question? Because, you know, I'm in a market where I'm in, like, the Latin vibe. I like, you know, just I'm in kind of different markets, right? So for people who are tuned into this, drill is obviously really big right now. Mm-hmm. Would you say drill is different between the boroughs?
Yeah, nah, definitely. Like.
And what makes it different?
Well, I feel like you got different demographics in different boroughs. You know what I'm saying? Like, even how certain projects are, like, divided. Obviously, the Bronx has a huge, like, Latin influence, like Spanish influence. Like, Nas is Dominican and black. Okay. You know what I mean? And he speaks Spanish fluently. A lot of people don't know that. Like, he could really speak Spanish. The Bronx is the first borough, and I'm gonna say this, like, the Bronx is the first borough to really take, you know, the old tracks, like those samples, and then add it to drill where, oh, you hear like one of your favorite songs growing up or whatever, and it's like nostalgic, but then it's like got that crazy like 808s, yeah, like the rah, you feel me? Like, and then, you know, I feel like that's what the Bronx has contributed to the whole drill scene, because the Bronx drill scene is definitely different. We now see other boroughs, yo, I want a track like, you know, If You Know, You Know, or like, you know, the heavy like 90s love type vibes, but then, you know, you're talking about what bugging, you feel me? But that's definitely what I feel the Bronx imprint has been on the sound, you know. But then culturally, you know, the Bronx is the Mecca. Like, we're not even gonna play about that, you know what I mean? Like, greats like Fat Joe, Big Pun, like, it's all coming full circle, you feel me? Because we got it on the headlock, like, you feel me, a chokehold. Word, that's neither here nor there, but, you know, everything coming full circle when it comes to the Bronx and the drum music scene.
It's early in the year. I'm happy. I had seen one of his interviews. They asked him, it was like earlier in 2021, and he was like, they're like, oh, what's your goal for 2021? He's like, I want to reach 1 million views. So congratulations to the team. I did my research. Y'all have hit those 1 million views. It's early in the year. What can we expect for 2022?
Another 1 million. Like, what? That's all we going from there. Like, we just upping it. Like, that's been the plan from the beginning. Like, we up it and then we diversify. You feel me? So you Nas hit 1 million on a regular drill, whatever, this and whatever. He gonna make 1 million on a song that he not dissing. He gonna make 1 million in a song where it might be for the ladies, you know what I mean? It might be for, like, he's going, like, I'm telling you, like, just more M's. More M's, that's something that, you
anything specific that we could highlight to look forward to?
I can't really speak on certain
things,
but just know it's there.
We're gonna wait for next week.
Yeah, just know it's there.
Yeah, will be in the building. He'll talk about it himself. Yeah. I feel you. I really appreciate you coming by the studio. I want to make sure everybody taps in with you. What are your social social media handles? Yeah,
my social media is Dizzay, Dizza 3 Ys, at Instagram, and expect shows. That's one thing I will say. Expect shows. Like, the Nas shows is coming. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, the Nas shows is coming, and like I said, we just gonna keep building, capitalize on the momentum, and just, you know, at the end of the day, setting the stage, and then for the next generation, like, you know, Nas got a big heart, like, go, like, everything beside, like, you know, he's very conscious when it comes to, you know, he wants to provide opportunities for, you know, those kids that look up to him and stuff, you know, so we'll be talking about projects that have nothing to really do with music, you know what I mean, like, toy drives, like food drives, like, you know, helping, like, because nobody wants to be in that, like, you know, situation. Like a typical day in the Bronx, you know, you might see a whole lot, and just people are robotic when it comes to, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like people are so used
accustomed.
to, like, they desensitized to, like, what they really, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like this drill movement, this drill wave has provided an opportunity to a select few individuals for them to change their situation, but it's also opening up their eyes. Like, yo, there's more place than New York, you know, in the world. Like,
there's a whole world
there's
out there.
different food that I haven't eaten before. Like, I could, you know, hop in a jet for real. I could drive, go in a limo for real. I could go and I could see things I've never seen before. Like, and it changes their perspective. So, you know, that's one thing that I wanted to highlight too. Like, Nas is very conscious when it comes to that. Like, you know, the stage he's setting and the platform he's building, we definitely gonna work, like, you know, behind the scenes with different nonprofits to try to, like, you know, because, like, look, imagine you had a whole bunch of kids that, you know, they got a lot to say musically and just in general, and yo, we got like a scholarship for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about like the labels. I'm talking about like us. Like, what if like we donate like whatever, we got a scholarship for them. Like, yo, you got something to say? Free stool time, like free whatever. You know, like really giving back.
So we got goals. We're gonna open up a 501c3 because that's the nonprofit where you can fund those type of things.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna open that up first. Then you're gonna holla at me because I love toy drives. I love also those things as well.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm really big on artist development. I'm like a production junkie. You know, I'm a DJ, I love music, but I do also come from an education family where, you know what I'm saying, I would love to be part of that as well. You can bring me on for those events.
Yeah, we're gonna lock it in, definitely.
Bring me on for those events. But thank you so much for coming by the studio.
Thank you for having me, I appreciate it.
We're here every week, Saturday, 8 p.m. Tune in, latinomix.com. And, you know what I'm saying, we outside. Thanks for coming by.
All right, see you. Appreciate it.
We can make moves if you just trust and talk about it if you feeling it. Plus, she from the hood and she rolling the clutch. She do it good, ain't no way I could rush her. Talk about it.